I like to say that motion is lotion. The more you move, the more your body's going to have to adapt to that movement, right? The more you sit, the more your body's going to adapt to that sitting position. So it's going to tighten your fascia, or it's going to loosen it to allow you to do more physical activity that you've been training it to do. Your body's a memory system. Whatever you teach it, it's going to write that in its code, and it's going to replicate that. So the more consistent you stay doing something athletically or mobility wise or stretching, the more your body's going to say, oh, okay, I remember that. Let's implement more of that. Okay, let's, allow ourselves to do that easily because apparently this is something we're supposed to do. So you have to train it that way. The same way with eating. The more you eat unhealthy foods and nonsense, the more your body's going to be in a constant inflamed state. But then your body's going to recognize that as normal. Now, you're not even going to know that you're in an inflamed state because your body's just going to understand and think that that's natural. So you won't feel it anymore. You won't feel the brain fog. You won't feel the internal, your body working harder. You're training yourself that things that are not normal to be normal. It's amazing how we've just taught our human bodies to be everything but human. Sedentary, eating the wrong things, not doing the right things, smoking, drinking, not having a relationship with God. Crazy. It's crazy. The more I see humans on this earth and their duration, the more I see them just making it harder for themselves, not easier. Why is that? Well, you look at it and it's because, shoot, they didn't do anything with God in focus. They did it with their own personal gain. They wanted to make money. They wanted to have the fame, the fortune, the next big thing. And in doing that, they plagued everyone else. By making food last longer, we've made it unhealthy. By making the technology to be able to reach people all over the world, now it's an addiction that keeps you from being outside and spending time with people and ruining your cognitive ability. Created AI to help solve some of our problems where we had to do most of the work, but now AI systems are taking away our creativity amongst the masses. So I see everything that humans have created have more of a negative effect than a positive. And you could argue both ways, but when you do something that is not connected to God or His will, you're not going to think about the masses. You're not going to think about how is this going to benefit other people. And we need more people to think like that because we'll actually have more technology, more inventions, more products, more things. Maybe it's not more technology, more products, more things. Maybe we don't need any more. Maybe we have enough. Maybe we just go back to basics and start living the way that God had intended. Free in nature, in community, trading, living with others. I feel like humans have done nothing but overcomplicate this life for themselves and stress themselves out when God really didn't make this life too complicated. Yeah, there's hardship, but hardship doesn't mean complexity. It just means trust in Him, and you'll get through it. Now, again, easier said than done. I've been there. But You gotta understand that he's going to pull you through. You gotta understand that he's going to give you the right qualities. He's going to equip you the right way for the task at hand that he has made you to accomplish. He's going to ensure you have the right people, the right community to do those things. I'm talking a lot. There's a lot of gems in this, and I'm gonna have to sit through it and watch it in order to clip what I want, what I don't want. So, thank you for your patience. I don't know what this channel is about. I'm just rambling. I'm just getting things out there because I know in my head there's a lot of things, but once I put it out there on paper, it helps me, and hopefully it'll help you guys. So, I love you. If you don't know that, if you haven't heard that today, I do love you. I do care about you. When I do things, I have the intent of thinking about how the masses are going to respond. Not that I want everybody to like me. I know that there's people that won't like me. I know that there's people that will, but what I do want is to help other people. I want to make things, whether it's videos, whether it's content or a product, whatever it is, I want to make things with the intention of having God be the focal point. I want him to be the one that's working through me, speaking through me to help people, the younger generation, old generation, men, women, so that they can be inspired, so they can do things too, to have a kingdom mindset where they're not just making a product for their own personal gain, but they're thinking about how can I make something that's going to be of benefit for the world and the kingdom-minded individuals around me. How can I bring something into this world that's going to create more community, more love, more excitement, more laughter, more upbeat enjoyment of life itself. And again, it's not to say that there's not going to be hardships. We can create all the things in the world, but there's still going to be hardship. We can try to make this life as easy as possible, like some people do, but there's still going to be hardship. There's no way around that. As long as we are on this, playing field, we're not in the celestial gates quite yet, y'all, but I believe that we can still love like we are and treat others the right way and give back to the poor and just do things of benefit and think of other people. How can we be of benefit to other people? Because that's really what's important. You can do all the jobs in the world. Believe me, I worked so many different jobs, and what I've noticed is none of them gave me fulfillment. That's because I wasn't doing anything of benefit to other people, and that's really what's important to me. Giving back to people, helping them to live life, and helping them to be as blessed as God has blessed me. You see me, I'm sitting on the water this morning, I'm having a coffee. I mean, you can't beat it. I don't say that to brag because there's still a lot of things in my life that I would like or that aren't the best for me, things like that. But I still, not in comparison, but I'm very grateful. I'm beyond grateful. And so many ways that God has blessed me that I want to show that and be a blessing unto others. Because that's important. So I love you guys. You have a blessed day. I'll catch you next one.